You know the phrase, a sucker's born every minute? There's a lot of truth to that.
Well then, I'm a long-term one of those. How's it, gentlemen and ladies? Green Gloves here, and welcome to my review of 50 Shades of Black. Released in 2016 and directed by Michael Tides, written by Rick Elvraz, and Marlon Wayans. In case you don't know, let me tell you a bit about the Wayans Brothers. Marlon and his brother Shane used to be in TV series back in the days, but their race to movie fandom came about with their parody spoof Scary Movie, which is a spoof film where they spoof as many horror films and other films as they would like. They also released Haunted House, but I don't think that did very well. So this is kind of like a new chapter in terms of their career. Some people think that they have lost their way, but I think nay. So let's look at 50 Shades of Black and see what's up. 50 Shades of Black is a parody on the popular movie 50 Shades of Grey. And the best thing about 50 Shades of Black is the big gaffer tape. I think it's awesome. I love it. The main difference for me in this movie compared to the past movies is that they didn't reference pop culture as much as they do in their previous movies. I mean, they still talk about it in the scripts, and they do reference The Weeknd, Kim Kardashian's photo shoot, and Magic Mike. But compared to their previous movies, this is very, very little. They also kind of answer a lot of the questions that were open. Well, they don't answer, but they give answers to a lot of the questions that were open in 50 Shades of Grey. And they point out a lot of the flaws, like they literally criticize the book and the past movie with Hannah talking about Anna being naked throughout. In this movie, which is a reversal of 50 Shades of Grey in a way, is that you don't see vagina, but you see two penises. They also mention how Christian Black made his money. It was drugs. And they show his past girlfriends to the torture chamber. There is also some character development for Hannah, the lead. This can be seen in the scene with her and Black talking about the contract, and where she goes into detail and she kind of takes over from Black. And this also helps with Wayne's performance and how he reacts to her taking over. So it kind of works that way. They also have quite nice, like, little, lack of a better word, gestures. For example, when Hannah takes her clothes off for the first time, her underwear and bra don't match, but from then onwards they do match. So I think that was like a nice detail, not gesture. I really liked Wayne's performance as Christian Black. When we first meet Christian Black, he is like Christian Grey. He is all proper and all civilized and classy. But then Hannah does something stupid like runs into a statue and makes it fall apart. And then he reverts into a much more comic, much more flowy character after he finds out that Hannah is okay. Overall, I think the film was a lot more focused compared to the previous films. I think they took the source material and played with it a lot. They didn't jump to other movies as much as they did in the past. However, they did make the parody of Kate a white black woman, which I'm not I'm kind of air about. Although the script was a lot more focused, there was also something lacking in it. I'm not sure how to explain, but I feel like yeah, there's something lacking in it, but to be fair, 50 Shades of Grey didn't have that much in the story department anyway, so maybe that's why there's something lacking in 50 Shades of Black, and maybe you could argue it was done on purpose. The production design looks identical to 50 Shades of Grey, which I think is extremely awesome. So overall, I would give this. If you like parody and spoof movies, you should definitely check it out. Some of the jokes are cliched, and a lot of the jokes you may not get if you haven't seen 50 Shades of Grey. Plus, I have a very soft spot for them. Well, that's it for me, guys, and remember...
Fired again, and then I missed, and then I fired, and then I fired, and I missed. I missed both times, and then I fired, and I missed. This went on for several hours.
Green gloves off. Thank you so much for watching. If you can, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I suck at these ending things.